Recent reports on a mysterious brain condition in New Brunswick, Canada, have sparked significant concern and debate. The New Brunswick mystery brain condition. Overview of the condition. The brain condition in New Brunswick has affected numerous individuals, leading to a rapid decline in cognitive function, memory loss, and other neurological symptoms. Patients and their families have been left in distress, with many feeling that their concerns are being ignored by the authorities. Despite these serious symptoms, a committee concluded that the patients were likely misdiagnosed and dismissed the existence of a mystery illness, attributing the symptoms to more common neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Concerns raised by scientists. Dr. Michael Coulthart, a prominent scientist involved in the Creutzfeldt-Jakob Disease surveillance system, expressed frustration after his investigation into the illness was abruptly halted. He suspects that environmental factors may be triggering or accelerating various neurodegenerative syndromes. Professor Samuel Weiss, a neuroscientist, has echoed these concerns, highlighting the need for further research into potential environmental causes. Both scientists believe that politics may be interfering with the necessary investigation, leaving critical questions unanswered. The role of entropic waste in neurodegenerative diseases. Understanding entropic waste. Entropic waste refers to the disruptive and disorderly impact of external stressors, such as electromagnetic radiation from cell phones and other wireless devices, on biological systems. These stressors introduce chaos into the delicate bioelectric networks that maintain cellular function, leading to a range of health issues, including neurodegenerative diseases. Despite the growing body of evidence linking entropic waste to health problems, this factor is often overlooked in investigations of disease causation. Scientific evidence linking entropic waste to brain function decline. Over the past few decades, numerous studies have highlighted the impact of electromagnetic radiation and other forms of entropic waste on brain function. For example, research has shown that prolonged exposure to electromagnetic radiation can impair memory and cognitive function. A study published in Electromagnetic Biology and Medicine found that rats exposed to electromagnetic radiation experienced significant memory deficits and changes in brain structure, suggesting that similar effects could occur in humans. Several studies have suggested a link between electromagnetic radiation exposure and the development of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. These studies point to the role of oxidative stress, inflammation, and disruptions in bioelectric communication as potential mechanisms by which electromagnetic radiation could accelerate neurodegeneration. Entropic waste can induce cellular stress by generating reactive oxygen species and disrupting the voltage potential across cell membranes. These disruptions can lead to altered cellular behavior, loss of cellular identity, and ultimately, the degeneration of neurons. Given the strong evidence linking entropic waste to brain function decline, it is critical that this factor be considered in investigations of neurodegenerative diseases, including the mystery condition in New Brunswick. The political and scientific tension surrounding the investigation. The impact of political interference on public health research. The handling of the New Brunswick brain condition highlights a growing tension between the scientific community and government authorities. Both Dr. Coulthart and Professor Weiss have suggested that their investigations were shut down for political reasons, leaving critical scientific inquiries unaddressed. This situation underscores the broader issue of how political agendas can interfere with public health research, potentially delaying the identification of environmental causes of disease and hindering efforts to protect public health. The need for independent and comprehensive investigations. To fully understand the causes of the mystery brain condition in New Brunswick, it is essential that independent and comprehensive investigations be conducted. These investigations must consider all potential environmental factors, including the role of entropic waste, and should be free from political influence. The dismissal of scientific concerns in favor of expedient conclusions does a disservice to the affected patients and their families, who deserve a thorough examination of all possible causes of their condition. The broader implications of entropic waste on public health. The hidden dangers of overlooking entropic waste. The mystery brain condition in New Brunswick is just one example of how entropic waste might contribute to public health crises. As we continue to rely on technology that emits electromagnetic radiation, we must recognize the potential long-term health consequences of prolonged exposure to these environmental stressors. Failure to consider entropic waste as a factor in disease causation could result in misdiagnoses, inadequate treatment, and the continued exposure of populations to harmful environmental influences. Protecting public health in a technologically advanced world. To protect public health in an increasingly technology-driven world, it is imperative that we prioritize research into the effects of entropic waste. This includes expanding our understanding of how electromagnetic radiation and other environmental stressors contribute to neurodegenerative diseases, hormonal disruptions, and other health conditions. Public health policies should be updated to reflect the latest scientific findings, and regulatory bodies must take action to minimize exposure to harmful environmental factors. Practical steps for individuals. While systemic change is necessary, individuals can also take steps to protect themselves from the potential effects of entropic waste. Practical measures include reducing exposure, limit the use of wireless devices, especially for prolonged periods, and keep them away from your body when not in use. Using shielding technologies. Consider using electromagnetic radiation shielding products that can reduce your exposure to radiation from cell phones and other devices. Promoting awareness. Educate yourself and others about the potential health risks associated with electromagnetic radiation exposure, and advocate for greater public awareness and regulatory action. A call to reevaluate the role of entropic waste in disease causation. The mystery brain condition in New Brunswick, Canada, serves as a stark reminder of the importance of considering all potential factors in the investigation of disease causation. Entropic waste, particularly electromagnetic radiation, is a significant environmental stressor that has been linked to a range of health issues, including neurodegenerative diseases. Yet it remains an underexplored factor in many public health investigations. To protect public health and ensure that no potential cause is overlooked, it is essential that the scientific community, regulatory bodies, and the public recognize the role of entropic waste in disease causation. By prioritizing research into the effects of these environmental stressors and taking proactive measures to minimize exposure, we can better understand and mitigate the risks posed by our increasingly technology-dependent world.